He went to college. He's a detective now. Oh shit! You hit the record button. Damn it! Since how we're starting the final episode 2020, me fucking up, not realizing the record button's there, and since I already said fuck, this episode's not gonna be able to get sponsored. Damn! I said fuck again.
Good fucking job.
Hey guys. Since this is the last episode before Christmas, I wanted to do something. So.
That's fucking awesome! Look at that shit. Oh, I love it. That's so great, Emily. Oh, there's Akiello in the background.
And you've got you holding the broken Ikazuchi. And then Akiello was just confused.
Oh, that's a picture I'm saving.
Why is he a Pokemon?
That's amazing.
I love it, Emily. Well done.
Ghost. He's got the little fucking...
That's gotta be the thumbnail.
I kind of messed up the inking like a lot. There are some parts that I really wish I could redo and that I did it digitally so I could fix them, but
that's adorable.
Holy shit! Christmas is next week.
Here's a Merry Castmas to everyone, and that includes the viewers or listeners rather. I don't know why I wrote it in blue either. I'm sorry. I'm being dumb, but yeah, I wanted to draw something for everyone for the holidays and to thank
adorable.
you for another year.
We all got Thor.
I
love that you made the suits wink.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's cute how you have like eyes in the visor.
Akiello just looks soulless with the white.
Well, he's like a
Akiello
ghost.
is a soul.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
He's
got
a little
ghost.
spirit tail.
Oh, I just noticed that.
He's a ghost. He's dead, Gar. Sorry.
We keep saying he's dead, and there's proof.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
Wow.
But he sent me a letter.
No, he didn't.
From the grave.
I think someone ghost wrote it.
That will explain all
Oh
the
no.
puns.
Cue the roll call.
Cue the roll call.
Cue the roll call.
Cue the roll call.
Raven, say it.
Cue the roll call.
Fucking drama queen.
We are live! Connect. Loading. Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Power of anime runs through my veins. Crimson Caster, Joe Raven.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world! Radio Sentai Castranger! On air!
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 323.
It's Canterupt.
Our
Camerupt.
Canterupt?
No,
He's like
I'd rather use fucking Mega
I
Camerupt.
used to be able to, now I can't erupt.
Wait, what is it?
It's
Camerupt.
I'm sorry. Raven, put that in the chat.
Our Pokemon of the week is
I don't know
Camerupt.
if I should, honestly.
Mega
But
Camerupt.
now I'm questioning it. Put it in the chat.
Fucking Pellistorm.
Fine.
Parody Ranger? I finally watched that.
Not what we were
Pellistorm?
talking about, but yeah.
Someone in the freaking chat, it's the blank parody. I don't want to say that word even though I've already said fuck
porn?
like 5 times.
It's the porn parody, Gar.
Like Parody Rangers.
Speaking of porn, there's a lot less of it in the world today since Pornhub went nuclear and erased 11 million videos. That really sucked.
Ah!
Yeah.
Dummy Thick Kirby!
Oh no, not the
Just show me that, I'm like-
no.
I have several questions.
The Ghidorah Menorah?
King Menorah.
King Menorah.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Okay, for those who might be tuning into this week,
Why would you choose this episode?
Why would you choose the last episode?
Let me
play
finish talking!
Castranger?
For those who might be tuning into it for the first time, holy hell, did you pick an episode to start on?
That needs to be on a shirt.
Uh,
Not drawing that line.
we're a bunch of dummy thick Kirby's who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third
I
thing.
just realized we have Sephiroth Kirby now. fucking
Yeah,
dope.
that's fucking upsetting.
Him with the hair.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing was funny when Kirby turned into Joker and he was holding a gun.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, whoa,
Kirby's
Kirby
got
with
a
the
gun. Kirby's got
You guys are monsters. I'm just getting FBI right here. Never take me alive. Why do you have a gun?
All right, so
It's the final episode of 2020 of
Thank
Radio
God.
Sentai.
I feel really bad about that, considering we just came off of a 2-week break because of my leg condition, and now we're about to go into another 2-week break.
All because. Have you ever
No,
noticed
it's
that I was the one that
okay, as
started
long as
us
you
doing
feel
the
better.
2-week break?
It's okay.
Sorry, hold on. Let's not all talk at once. What was that, Emily?
I just said that was of no like. It's as long as you feel better, then it's okay. I mean, it makes sense to have a holiday.
I do feel better, thank you. What were you saying, Gar?
Where was that going?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
Home for Christmas!
Oh, right, I remember. It's weird that, like, once I joined the show, I was the one that kind of forced the 2-week break.
Not forced, more like enabled.
Yeah, enabled the 2-week break.
It's good to have a 2-week break, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's Christmas.
You should have a 2-week break every week.
We already had a 2-week break, remember?
I already said that.
Wait, hang on. A break every week.
Gar.exe has hit a critical operation error.
So would it be like 2 episodes in 1 week, or would it be 1 episode every 2 weeks?
Every week we take a 2-week break.
That would
So that
actually
means
be
2
kind
episodes a
of-
month.
No, it means we do 1 episode, then we take 2 weeks, then we do 1 episode, then we take 2 weeks.
Yeah, and there's 4 weeks in a month, so there would be 2 episodes a month.
No, there would be 1 week, and then it would be like 3-week cycles. So it would be episode, no episode, no episode, episode, no episode, no episode, and it would just go on with no real structure or continuity.
So altering.
That is just about as well as I've been watching this year. Because I'm watching it with someone else and we never watch it because other stuff always happens.
Well, anyways, this week we're talking about Kamen Rider Saber episode 14, Machine Sentai Kiramager episode 35, and for our feature topic, Gar, what are we watching?
Oh boy.
What perfectly will capitalize our last episode of the year?
Just to shut all you fuckers up. Joking.
Whoa.
What?
We are talking about the Sentai movie to end all Super Sentai media. 7 movies.
Until they made another one.
Even though
I
it
guess.
didn't end it at all, there's been many since.
Gokaiger Goseiger Super Sentai 199 Hero Battle. Which, as of this recording, is the longest Super Sentai film to date.
That's because it's not a half hour.
Fuck off.
I mean, that's true.
The 109, the 200th hero is you.
Everyone's here and said, you know who is the 200th hero? Abra Pink.
Okay.
I mean, she did get a key.
And thus, she is qualified as being
Abra
the
Pink.
200th hero.
Alright.
I think she does that for a pose. She punches.
Cool.
How do you know? You never watched Abra.
I watched the episode where Gokaiger did Double Ranger.
I watched the episode where they did stuff.
He met the original Albright Pink or whatever, and then she's like, Albright Pink!
It's Abare.
Whatever.
Abarai. Alright, let's get into Saber.
Oh gosh, that's so low.
Okay.
I look up for a second to check my messages.
So Kento's still dead.
Yeah, he
So,
confirmed he has not come back
He is
again.
fucking dead.
Not yet. And sadly,
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Tassel did not say he was dead. He said he disappeared into darkness.
Yeah, because he's not actually dead. His soul is trapped inside
He's
Kuriyami.
dead, but he's dead.
His soul is trapped inside the sword.
Yeah,
But-
until
but
you actually
is-
see a body, he's
Is
dead.
the soul in the body?
Maybe. This could be Kingdom Hearts rules.
Or is this like Kamen Rider Zero where there are no rules?
Also, I guess Caliber also has the ability to put himself in the sword because he survived. Because, like, fucking Disaster went to, like, go pick it up because he's like, I'm gonna be Caliber. Then he comes out, he's like, oh, fuck, yeah, of course you could do that. He's like,
How
yeah,
nuts would that have been if Disaster had become Caliber?
That would have been awesome.
But no, instead Kamijo respawns, destroying our theory that Kento was going to be the next Caliber.
No, I got the face.
It's not necessarily.
I got
For-
the
for
face of
now.
the week.
For now.
No. Hold up. I just want to say one thing that I kind of picked out of that.
Okay.
Yes, it had Kami Joe's voice at first when he spawned. The voice was different for the rest of the episode.
I don't think it was.
It was. That was not.
I
the
watched
same
the
voice.
episode 3 times and it didn't sound different.
It sounded
Oh,
like
Do
it
you think
very
it's
different.
Kento's dad?
Hmm?
Do you think it's Kento's dad?
I think it might. I don't know.
He still had that.
Yeah,
but
it
his
did.
voice.
He definitely still had like the voice change. He like had a voice changer on it, but it was not the same voice.
No, it sounded like the same voice to
It
me.
did not sound.
It
the
sounded
same
like
voice.
season 1 Homer Simpson.
Let's all go for
So-
frosty chocolate milkshakes.
I have
What
I have a huge bone.
Er,
No.
I was
Clip that.
I have a problem with May this episode. My fucking god, was she seen the way like Blades had his debut henshin of his new form, and I was looking forward to it because I think his form's fucking awesome. And he did. You just have fucking May do shit like fucking this.
It was really
It's
distracting.
the face of the week. Like he's in the middle of like opening the book, and he's looking super serious and angry because he wants to avenge his dead comrade. And then you just have May going, "Ha ha!" It's like popping out like a book, and I'm like.
And like swiping like her claws like a
and
lion.
You see her in the
Like,
background fucking posing while he's transforming. I'm like, fucking get out of here! Go stay in the fucking base where you belong.
on one
God damn.
on one hand,
that was kind of a weird.
I agree with you. That did kind of ruin the form debut cinematic of it. On the other hand, I like that we're getting more of the Rintaro May ship.
Like I like to think when they were waiting for the fucking book because they were just sitting there the whole episode waiting for the book to fucking finish. I bet they were like fucking making out or something. Who knows?
they were waiting for the book to be transcribed.
Okay, real quick regarding the book itself. It just comes. This is what I hate the most, and I feel like there could be an explanation for it. I'll get into it. So the King Lion Dai Senki book comes out of fucking nowhere. There is no build up, no plot significance, no lead up, no explanation for why they have a secondary blank book, and like no explanation for why he feels he needs a new form.
Rintaro
It
just
has zero plot significance.
Rintaro just goes over to Dai Senki. Hey, the second book. I want to use it.
I want it.
I want the powers.
Gimme.
Give me the books. And King of Arthur is a part of it too, for some reason.
You know what I think that's about? Because King of Arthur because when he got the silver book, it came with King of Arthur. I feel like King of Arthur is like a catalyst for creating stronger books.
Ah, okay.
You're
You're like you're infusing it with the powers of Avalon.
fucking
Yeah,
maybe.
basically.
Has anyone photoshopped a ride book with an actual Arthur book yet?
Not yet, but their Discord is about to go
It's
nuts.
gotta be the first one where like
No.
Arthur does not look like Arthur the way we know him
No,
now.
since it's the first,
It's
or
so
since
weird
it's
that
the
it's
episode
King
before
of
Christmas.
Arthur. So like
Sorry, was that Emily?
that it's King of Arthur, like the king belonging to
Yeah.
Arthur rather than King
I
Arthur.
don't know.
Yeah, but to
Just put a crown on Arthur and.
have it be Arthur's Christmas. book
Here, prepare to be fucking mind blown.
with the ride book.
This is what Arthur used to originally look
Oh
like.
God!
Yeah, that's what he used to look like.
Hey,
He's an aardvark. not an
Hey, RGVRK.
And
so
then
that's
he started
why
making that book money and got a facelift.
originally
But
dark and now doesn't. I don't know what happened.
regarding the whole inconsequentiality of King Lion Dai Senki's appearance, I have a feeling that it's going to be explained in the next episode of the Swordsman Retsuden, because Blades' episode is the only one they have not done. And I will say that the other Retsuden episodes, even though we haven't talked about them on the show, they have answered some questions. So I'm hoping that the Blades episode of the Swordsman Retsuden will give some fucking significance to King Lion Dai Senki, because otherwise it has zero narrative significance, and I hate it.
Oh yeah, like he's gonna get a side special.
He is. We already know it is.
Oh,
It's the Swordsman Retsuden. They're all getting one except Saber.
Because, you know,
what
he
the
has
fuck?
the
Why
show.
did Saber not get one?
Because
Because we've been watching what he's been doing since the start of the show.
we know his
His
origin.
Retsuden is the series.
Then everyone else should get their own series.
They are.
No, like full 50 episodes.
That's why we didn't get a Gaiden movie. Excuse me.
Yes. So
Arthur used to actually look like an aardvark. Oh wait, did someone already post the first version of him?
So Toma has the Raimeiken Ikazuchi that he plucked from Kento's.
I thought he was going to turn into his spawn. I was kind of excited. Because, like, you gave me, like, I was, like, saying it, and you kind of gave me, like, that, keep watching. And I was like,
Yeah, that was mostly a fake.
And then I
out.
saw it, and I was like, oh.
Just using both books and dual wielding was still
Look at all
kinda
those weird
cool,
versions of
but-
Arthur.
I love that last episode
Generated.
we debuted Dragon Ignite, and now, no, this time we're going to use a form that would normally be relegated to the fucking Televicoon special.
But like, okay, at the start of the battle, it was cute. I was like, alright, cool, you're honoring your dead friend. That's fucking super meaningful. I love it. Oh, look, Blades came in. He's also honoring his dead comrade. That's fucking meaningful. Alright, can you turn to your new super form, please? I really want to see it. Oh, no, you're just gonna keep using the Alangina? Okay, cool. No super form? No? Oh, okay.
It was
cool.
so bizarre to watch happen. Like, you see him pull out Alangina, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? And then he puts in Dragon and Alangina into his driver and uses them at the same time. And
I thought
also...
it made sense because, just like you said, he's honoring Espada.
Yeah.
No,
but,
yeah.
But then, like, after he
Honor him by dying.
when he transforms, if you notice during the CG bit, he actually did Kento's henshin pose instead of his usual one.
Aw.
And then you see that he's dual wielding Rekka and Ikazuchi.
That was cool.
And I'm like, wait, that's illegal. You can't do that.
Can't wield another rider's sword.
But I got over that quick because it was cool watching him dual sword fight. And he actually handled it pretty well. And on top of that, I feel like Caliber, having freshly respawned, was really off his sword fighting game today. Because man, did he get tossed
I mean,
around.
he did get exploded, so...
He did get
He
exploded.
did get exploded.
That is true.
Yeah.
But yes, so Saber, Dragon, Alangina, interesting. Didn't expect that.
No. And we finally got Slash fighting Caliber, which I was fucking happy about, because he hasn't fought him yet.
Yeah.
And he got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And then for some reason...
That's what happens when you fight
And
someone
then,
who's
like,
not the protagonist.
Toma goes over to freaking Ogami and Ren. He's just like, here, you guys got these bucks to our Toma. You use those bucks.
He gives Ogami Hedgehog, and he gives Ren the Cerberus. Oh, one more thing about Dragon Alangina. You know what really fucking bugged me? It didn't have the faceplate.
No, it didn't.
I don't know why.
Wait, what faceplate?
Like, he didn't have, like,
There's-
the half
you know
of,
how
like...
the helmets in Saber for the sword driver users have 3 sections that correspond to the 3 slots. For the left side of the face, the right side of the face, and the top.
Yeah.
So whenever they use a book in each slot, there's a corresponding faceplate.
Mhm.
Like, if you look at Saber, there's like a flame thing coming off that side of his face. So for Alangina, if you look at Espada, it's kind of hidden under the visor, but there's a attachment to the side to the faceplate that corresponds to the book. But when Saber used Dragon Alangina, that faceplate for the Lampto Alangina was not there. And I don't fucking know why.
Because
It's not even on the fucking applet.
Because we're never going to see this form ever again.
It's because they didn't feel like breaking it off the Espada helmet.
Yeah, because he's going to come back.
Yeah, this is never going to happen again. He did it to honor his best friend.
Like,
Dragon China.
we already know he's going to show up in the Saber movie, so, like, we're going to see him.
Which means the movie happens before episode 13.
Or does it?
No, it does.
Oh. Okay.
Either that, or how many times do I have to drill this into your guys' heads? The movies are sometimes not in continuity
Unless, I think there was some mention about...
unless specified.
There was some mention about Falchion perhaps being in the series later, maybe?
Maybe.
It's so
Gotta
confusing
repurpose that
to
suit
have
somehow.
some of them make sense and some of them not.
Yeah.
And some of them not make sense. Some of them be canon to the show and some of them not. Like, it's like the Pokemon movies.
Also,
Yeah.
we got the return of Buster's floppy sword, and I was sad.
And that's just every fight he's in.
No,
Oh,
like I sometimes I don't notice it. Like they use the actual prop. But
I hereby rename his sword Floppy Dough.
You
Floppy Dough!
saw it worn out in one shot.
yeah.
I'm like, guys, come on.
I will say that it was really cool hearing the quick henshin sounds from the veteran users, because you hear like Kakito Hayate.
Why would you add a picture of the Incredible Sulk in the freaking
I don't know why.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Discord?
The other thing that was cool with Buster, Kenzan, and Slash is that while they were fighting the Megiddo leaders, they all swapped their second books with each other. So we got to see Buster Bremen, Slash Kobuta, and Kenzan Jakun.
Hell, even Slash fucking used like the duplicate ability, which was cool.
Yeah. Storius started fucking with his head and created mental copies of himself, and Slash responded by splitting himself into the 3 little slashes.
And Zeus was just like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat your face. Ah!
That's nice. I think that Slash was the only one to really make use of the power up that he did. The other two just kind of like kept fighting normally.
Well, like when Buster was using Needle Hedgehog, he made like a ground earth-bait powered needle.
Oh yeah, he did.
Caliber.
He used the Hedgehog finisher, and Kenzan used the
like
Saber.
fucking lightning.
None of which were real help,
Yeah.
honestly.
But yeah, freaking Blades King Dai Senki. Oh, it's so pretty. Just that metallic. Like I'm a sucker for metallic versions of colors. So like that metallic blue is just mwah, gorgeous.
I'm kind of two minds on it. There's things I like, and there's things I don't like.
And then like his visor kind of looks like techie sunglasses kind of look cool.
I think the helmet is the only thing I do like about it. It does feel like cyber blades.
I don't know. I think that's why I like it because it kind of has like that kind of like sci-fi feel to it. I'm like sucker for that.
I think I know what may be my problem with it. It's too
What
early.
It is too early.
Like he just got like
Fantastic Lion.
his Wombo Combo level 3 form.
I mean, so did Saber.
Yeah,
But Blades got his.
Saber.
Blades got his in episode 7, so it's been 7 episodes.
Like you're telling me he couldn't just take these guys on as level 3 or Wombo
Didn't
Combo?
even try.
Didn't even try.
Like I've been saying, there was no reason for him to get a new power up.
He's been
At least when Saber got Dragon Ignite, it was in response to them almost dying.
If you think about it, with his getting his like volume 3, he was also impatient in getting that because he kind of just like was upset he lost, and then he was also upset that he lost because he couldn't save Kento because he was injured and stuff like that when trying to protect him. So he got impatient and was like, "No, I need more power so I can help my friends." So like that's why he began these powers, because he's been rushing them because he's too impatient.
Maybe
Because he's failing to protect his friends.
Maybe they should have gone the Vegeta route, where it's like, he like, oh, you got a new form? Okay, that's kind of cool. I can still take them on though, and he gets his ass handed to him.
Oh, be a rider!
And then he proceeds to train more so that he can become a new so that he can get a new power up.
Yes, I agree.
I think that's it. I think that like my take on it is that Rintaro is just like he feels like he's not strong enough because he keeps failing to protect people.
And I expect we'll hear a speech along those exact lines in the Blades episode of the Retsuden.
Yeah, so like that's why he wanted King Dai Senki, because he just was impatient because he's like, no, I lost a comrade, dear friend of mine, a family member. I can't lose anyone else.
I'm just still laughing at the fact that it's basically the power of a Zoid.
Yeah, it's fucking Liger. Like I think it's Schneider is the blue form.
Yeah.
Anyone correct me on that if anyone wants Zoids.
But yeah, like the helmet's cool. The grate on the visor is neat. The flare additions on the helmet are pretty cool.
Hope he uses the cannons at one point.
I'm just curious.
The shoulder cannons are fucking. I love shoulder cannons. I think attacks are better. Designed.
Absolutely.
Their blades are just kind of just there.
I don't know. It's kind of like they're kind of like the Predators, where like the Predators like his like put it on his shoulder and then he goes like. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm just curious to know.
The sweat drop Zoid. What's with that?
What will his final form be?
I'm just hoping that he gets another form at this point.
Hope he gets a cape.
This is exactly what I'm hoping for. I was excited about this form when I first heard it because I heard the name King in it, and for a knight to be leveled up into a king makes sense. So exactly that. I hope he gets a new form that's shining and a more proper, like as much as it's a joke to say, a royal blue color for a new king themed form with a cape and maybe like a big a new weapon. But like I do hope that he gets another form because this one is kind of not satisfying.
And he's gonna become Ichi's favorite character of all time.
He's already.
I know, but more so.
Right?
Never mind.
The only notes I have for this episode are chunking strike.
Everyone went quiet.
And
when the headphones
is he a
were off.
dig-
I'm assuming him while he was talking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
No,
Oh
go
no,
ahead.
I got up
What
to
was-
grab something.
What was that about chunking strike?
Yes, the attack was called chunking strike.
What attack?
There was an attack called chunking strike.
Was
But-
that Buster's attack?
I forget. I think it might
That
have
sounds
been.
like
but,
it was probably the translation for Buster's Hisatsu.
But I also have written down that the new form of Blades is basically a reverse Digimon in that it's a human who becomes more animalistic.
No, you know what it is? He gains a beast mode. It's fucking Beast Wars.
Yeah, so I think someone put that with it too.
Yeah,
It was
Beast Wars!
I just got it. Okay. There are 6 Northern Riders, right?
Uh-huh.
And we know that there's a Southern base,
Yeah,
which most likely has, 6 riders as well.
probably.
That's 12 riders.
No, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
No,
Well, we know some riders are dead because Caliber murdered them.
But basically, there are
Not all
12,
of them.
12 core riders. How many core members of the Round Table were there? 12. They're all going to become
The
kings
Knights of the Round!
Yeah, they're all going to become kings of the Round Table.
Yeah, and Caliber's the 13th, so he rules over them.
He's the
He's Lord Red.
Well, no, he's part of the 150. That doesn't count. Because according to Wikipedia, there's like over 100 other knights a part of the Round Table. But there's like, the core 12 that like everyone knows.
There's
like,
the Major League and the Minor League.
Yeah,
Minor League.
Justice League
the
of
Elder
America,
Senshi.
Justice League International.
Yeah, there is supposedly some chatter that we're going to start seeing some of the Southern base riders in the next couple episodes.
Episode 16. We'll get which is the first episode of January. Oh my goodness, what a fucking shocker to no one.
I'm basing this on absolutely nothing, but I'm going to put it out there. The Rider of Ice.
Probably.
That'd be cool.
So,
There's also,
yeah,
we could have
Orb.
metal, or we could have wood.
Yeah, Orb. Yeah, Buster did in fact say disaster killed swordsmen in the past. I'd also like to point out that almost every single rider currently, except for Buster, is brand new.
Slash is also one of
Okay,
the better.
Slash has been like his sword was broken.
His sword's been broken for 15 years. So.
But he is the former veteran.
You look at that. We have Kento. We have everybody else.
That's right. I forgot to mention Emily.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Daishiji's kind of dressed like Wreck-It Ralph?
Which is funny because he's the fixer.
Yeah, fix it, Slash.
Weirdly, I did not think of that, and now the moment you say it, my brain's just going, "Oh my god, he is."
Yeah, he's got the fucking overalls. He's got the shirt on, just like Ralph. So
I'm tired of being the side character. I want to be the rider.
I want to be the primary rider.
Yep.
oh man. But yeah, so like it.
So now let's actually talk. So we've joked about it, but yeah. So Blades, the one of the primary features of King Lion Dai Senki is the ability to take the little horn on the book. By the way, I have the book. I bought it. You can flick it down to the side, which opens up the last page of the book and switches him into his lion mode, and he gets bigger.
Yeah, and you can actually see he still has the sword driver on him.
Of course he does.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I like that attention to detail.
He's got to be able to switch back.
That's true.
Can you imagine this is fucking lion hand fumbling with the tiny little horn on the book?
This guy uses his nose to flip it.
Oh god, what if May fucking rides him one time?
I mean,
In what
she's
context?
probably doing that off screen.
What-
There's gonna be some kind of fucking magazine scan or a preview photo where it's just gonna be May like wielding his sword, be like, ah!
Which means I can't wait to see the behind the scenes photo of her wielding the sword and all the guys that carry.
A bunch of dudes in green suits.
Yeah, that's what they did with the Blade. Like, when I think it was episode 11 when Rentaro came in on the lion.
Oh
Behind
yeah.
the scenes, it's like 6 dudes just carrying him. I can't find it, but somebody in the Discord try and find it. It's like the funniest shit ever.
Also, we saw like in next week's episode that like May's like lined up with the other Saber riders, but someone like on Twitter a couple days ago like shopped like her with like the sword driver with like Ikazuchi, and I was like drinking something and I was just like, no, I was choked on my drink. I was like, I hope that's not fucking real.
All right,
I'm sorry. I don't want May to be a rider.
let's talk about that. So
No.
I know Blaze
No.
and some people in our Discord are militantly in favor of May becoming the new Espada,
Mm-mm.
and I am vehemently against it.
No, because she's not She's not she's not that reliable. She's clumsy. She doesn't have any combat experience to her name.
They gave her the book that detects Megiddo because she screamed real good. That's about it.
And then for some reason in this episode, there's a shot of her like holding the book, and she like
Several people are typing.
she rotates like left or right, like. But no, I don't want May to be a writer. Absolutely not.
Here's the thing.
I don't know. Like, I think that she's great,
Here's the thing.
and I think if she wants to be a writer, they should let her be a writer. But I don't know if she should be a spada.
I think that she has the potential, but she has to earn it. This is one of those, like, the swordsman.
There it is.
He looks like he's being carried away by medical
Do
professionals.
you know what it needs to be? It needs to be in that that episode of Kamen Rider Double where Akiko's fucking dreaming. And she dreams that she's double. That's what it needs to be.
That would be amazing.
It needs to be a dream sequence of May just being a writer. That would be funny. That's good comedy.
What I was saying earlier is, if she becomes a writer later, she needs to develop more as a character first, because as she is now, I don't think she deserves it.
No,
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm saying a lot needs to happen first.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the first thing she needs to do. Pack up her stuff at her job, because she's probably fired by now.
Fucking probably.
I mean, we don't know how many days have gone by since like this whole incident's been happening.
At least a few. It's been a few days.
No, okay. She's already gotten one manuscript from him, and then
several actually.
Yeah, and then another one. So
Here's
she's
the
already
thing.
built her quota. So
No, here's the problem. She probably has more than one writer she's supposed to be dealing with.
We don't know that.
I mean, that's just generally how that profession works. They don't just put one fucking person to a single writer, and that's it.
Yeah.
No, you have like 5 or 6, at least 5 people you're working with.
Yeah, so
She's probably fired. She just doesn't want to tell anyone.
I like that they bothered to give us the shot on the opening of her in her office, but not one single shot of that is in the show.
also Kento's still in the opening brooding, and I'm like, God damn it!
How funny would it have been if they changed the opening so that they still showed those locations and angles where Kento's standing, but he's just gone?
It's not there. That'd be
That's
hilarious.
still like the T-pose
that's
with
just
laser.
mean.
Sorry?
I still like the T-pose with laser in the exit opening.
Oh yeah, the T pose.
Anyways, this was a decent episode, even though I didn't watch it. So, but
It was okay.
Oh, and it ends with the big book in the sky reopening, and Caliber and Saber fly into it to have their quote-unquote final showdown.
Ooh.
all right, Caliber.
final showdown.
This is it.
The final showdown where he reveals himself to just be Kento.
No, I don't see it.
Oh, I see it.
This is it. The
They'll do
final
it.
battle.
They'll fucking
For the
do it.
last.
We also got another brief hint regarding Caliber's motive. When Saber's fighting him, he asks him, "Why are you doing this?" And he says that the eternal truth is the unbreakable rule of the world. Obviously,
Spoilers.
that's stupid cryptic
like,
bullshit, but we don't really know what that's
and
about
Buster confronts him about it too, but he's just like, if I try to explain to you, you just wouldn't believe me. Like words aren't enough to express what I'm doing.
Oh,
yet.
oh,
Yeah.
oh!
What?
I
What?
can't tell you. You wouldn't believe me. The giant book in the sky. It's a book.
Yeah.
The show is a book. He wouldn't believe him if they were characters in a book.
And that would tie into Tassel being their god!
Oh my gosh, you're right. They all exist in a book world.
None of you are real!
And you wouldn't
No, they're
accept
real.
it.
They're just not in the world that they thought they were.
Toma's the only real person.
Maybe.
And now everyone's making a joke that I orgasmed. I don't know
It's
what
just-
that
it's
is.
Gargan.
I actually really like that idea.
I
Good
do
job,
too,
Dar.
and also it turned into Princess Tutu.
They go through the book, and the little girl is just standing there with the producer.
And Tassel is Drosselmeyer.
No, this is not supposed to go.
Fuck!
Get out of the show!
Her with like a cigarette in her mouth, just like, no, stop! Be in my trailer. It's like a deep smoking voice.
No, but
It'll be in the trailer.
seriously, the idea that, like, this world that they're in is a fucking fictional world that Tassel rules over is a really good idea.
Ah?
Actually, wouldn't it be funny if they they went through that book and they're just at Tassel's house.
Well, based on the clips we
He's in
saw for next
Wonderworld.
episode, they're fighting in a forest.
Oh, okay.
But just, I know, sometimes I'm not right, but just, could you just imagine
I love that
if
idea.
that was just the craziest thing?
I mean, it's a really good idea, and like, I don't know if it could be true. Woz being the book was a really good idea too. What is it about us trying to guess if things are books or not?
Hey, I was right
It's
about
just
the
like
grandfather
everything
being
is
the last
everything is
shuriken.
cake except everything's a book.
Yeah, but that you predicted fucking ninja. That's not
Is
different.
that really like an
It's
accomplishment?
not a great accomplishment, man.
Good point.
Book.
But
Nice one, Deck.
Your mom's a
Dude.
book.
speaking of Sentai,
Oh,
Kiramager.
Okay, time to take a half-hour nap.
This might, in fact, be the best episode of Super Sentai I have ever seen.
my God!
When you were joking before with the next episode preview and saying this is going to be like The Hangover, I didn't think that would actually be the truth.
Oh my
My God!
We have I think we actually spent more than half of this episode screaming.
It
Okay.
was hilarious.
First, I want to talk about the freaking monster of the week for this episode. Raven will get a kick out of this.
Fucking
It's a fucking golf monster. His
And like the course is like
someone
it
get a
looks like
picture of this
eyes.
this monster. It's fucking it's so
the
like
Golf Jamin and Cart Hildon.
it's like his entire head is like a hole. Like a hole in a golf course, and like
With the
he ha- and,
water
like,
and the
one of his
sand
eyes
pit
is
is
like
his
a
eye.
golf ball stuck in a sand trap, and then like he has like
The other eye is the water.
yeah, and then he actually has like a hole with a flag in it. Like it's just
And it turned out that the hole with the flag singing out of it was his fucking weak point.
look at that. That's my favorite monster of the week for the series.
He's looking great.
And he
I
attacked
love
with-
the way the face is made out of the course.
I love golf like a shit ton. I've grown up with golf all my life. My grandfather and my dad love golf a shit ton, and like I love this fucking monster.
I
He's
just
so
realized
awesome.
something fucking awful.
Mm.
So it's got like these bushes around the side of its face that also cut through the middle to make its nose.
It's a penis.
It's a plastic dick! Oh no!
No, but then like the best part is he has like a caddy that has like this Jotunheim pink golf bag, and he has like several golf clubs.
And then he puts the caddy so hard that he gets stuck in the
Oh,
ground.
no, that's his ability.
Yeah.
Pocket
But then he fucking like he drives people into like fucking garbage cans and stuff like that. And he starts
Hold on,
fighting
hold on,
with
hold
the
on.
golf club.
Jackapire in our chat says they called a 3-shot an eagle when it's par. No,
That depends on the hole.
they said it was par 5 and they got it in 3 shots, so it's an eagle.
That's a birdie.
Isn't that only if it's 1 below par?
No, birdies too.
Oh, yeah.
Is birdie not?
Yeah,
birdies
yeah,
too.
actually, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
If
know.
if you hit it on par,
It's par,
par five,
but
it's
one
par.
below it's birdie, 2 below
Dude,
it's
it's eagle.
eagle.
So yes, I'm right.
Yeah. 3 shots. Yeah, they're accurate.
is.
They know their
Yeah.
golf. I'm
I don't
impressed.
play golf and I know this shit.
It's Japan. They take what are the odds? Sentai finally gets to meet its match.
But
Golf.
They have finally defeated the thing that has interrupted their airing schedule.
Golf.
do you
So
know what?
somehow we just went right to this and went past Mabusheena being tea drunk and slamming so hard into the table she breaks their monster detector.
Oh my god!
No, okay. Gotta bring some context to this first.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Hakatami Nami is delivering like tea to some customers because of the accidental mishap of packaging, which made me question what the hell does Carrot do? And I guess it's a tech company or something.
Mm.
But he has one extra thing of tea, and he's like, "Oh, call your brother, Mabusheena. We'll all have a drink together." Fuck the rest of the Kiramagers, I guess. And like,
Also, here's the thing: if Takamichi knows that Crystallians get drunk off normal tea, why didn't Mabusheena know that?
because she doesn't know. Because when
Maybe she just never had it.
Takamichi arrived there, he realized,
You fool!
like, bro, what? It's like that tea.
Meloro Fumo.
Like, so the tea they drink is basically the equivalent to alcohol on
Two Crystallians.
Yeah, Super Crystallians. On
That's a
Crystallia.
fucked up physiology.
And I just love it because it's
Well, I mean, they cry diamonds.
Fucking killed me though.
she just slams her head into the freaking desk.
No, because she fucking tripped.
No,
Yeah,
not
and then
not that part.
She breaks her ankle 01 episode 1 style.
Not that part. The part when she takes a shot, butts her head down, gets up, and she has the drunk stereotype of
Oh god, it was terrifying!
oh
The thing is that her head is so hard that she's just causing massive destruction with her diamond hard head.
She almost caused brain damage on Hakutama Nami. I was so fucking worried
That
about
man
it.
has several concussions.
And then she knocks into the table and breaks their monster detector.
Oh my
but
god,
one of them is just like the table.
fucking slams into their table so hard that the whole thing fucking explodes!
I loved it because she wakes up and she's like, wait, what happened? And it's just oh well, we can't detect that there were Yodons, so thankfully with the news started reporting it.
God, the news reported on the giant
See
monster!
Kiramager fighting a fucking golf cart tentacle monster. And I'm just I think I remember us saying that I hope we get a Mabusheena episode that just redeems her, and I think this redeems her.
Doesn't really though, because this isn't really who she is.
No, but it was so funny.
She's more useful drunk than she ever was sober.
This might be
I don't
the
know if useful is the right
funniest
word.
Sentai episode I've ever seen. It's so good. The show's humor is just fantastic.
And then, completely unrelated, we had Yodana getting ice cream shot into her mouth, and then
She should be dead! Did you
trying
see
to
how
mug an
far...
ice cream man.
You see how far back her fucking head leaned?
Oh wow, it's tasty.
And yeah, now Yodana's addicted to fucking ice cream, which just means they have more chances to make her using her tongue.
So yeah, so she go. It's what happened? And it's oh, you wanted to start digging because she goes to Takamichi drunk and she's just
Where's the fourth stone, you piece of shit? Where's the last Dragon Ball?
Yep. And then there's a part where she's just brought up into the air on it and just.
She just steals the fucking shiny breaker for most of the episode and goes on a fucking group get-backing adventure.
Flies away with it at one point. That fucking killed
and
me.
she's just oh, I'm flying.
And just
there's one point where you see the other stones, they realize what's happening, and even Mock, who's normally calm, cool, and collected, is screaming for his life.
Fucking killed me. This is bad.
she even has
We
to
just have
connect
it's at the point where they have to go to the monster, the golf monster, and ask him, okay, so what went down exactly?
Yeah, they even comment, where the fuck did that necktie on your head come from?
She's drunk!
And they never explain it. It's just because that's a thing. When salarymen get drunk in Japan, they put their ties on their head.
When you're drunk, you just get a tie around your
You
head.
see Maggiello's actor, and he's hey, you get fucking back here.
I'm kind of disappointed his cameo was just shows up, points at Mabusheena, gets fucking headbutted.
Hey, it's better than fucking Oren and freaking Gridon's cameo in Saber.
I thought it was funny.
At least with Maggiello here, he interacts with the cast.
That's true. Yeah. So, as Sheena is digging random holes,
Finds a Monstone.
yeah, she finds a monster that possesses the Jawman, but not before, as she's wildly digging through the ground, the fucking monster's stop getting sand in my hole! And that's how they eventually find out that the hole on his head is his weakness. I mean, how is that not obvious?
I just want to know, whose idea was this for an episode?
Who directed this episode?
Maybe someone just got really drunk and thought maybe that should happen in Kiramager.
So I know this episode was written by the same person who did the hospital episode.
Okay.
And the Marshmallow episode of Kiramager. As for a director, I did not catch that name yet. Let me find his name or her name. Could be both. Kyohei Yamaguchi.
Masterful! This episode. So
Somebody's just sat down and said, you know what, this kid's show needs an episode about someone getting drunk off their ass.
Then they go to like this lakeside and they find like the
drill gene just dropped in the fucking river.
in the fucking water, and they go in. They're like, oh, maybe Takamichi's in there. It's just the golf shaman just unconscious.
In the process of drowning.
Yeah, he's just unconscious because fucking Mabusheena tried to like, oh, we gotta go up and save Takamichi. But just bam.
That sword don't work. Yeet!
You stay the fuck here. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired.
The fucking way the sword was like flailing its arms as it piles into the water.
Takamichi gets whaled into the monster.
Takamichi's busting up again.
Oh my god. Also, when fucking Senna at one point, like, fucking just zooms off, and I was like, what the fuck was that about? Oh my god.
Okay, so according to some wiki information, he's looks like he's best known for doing like Heisei Rider from Ghost to X8, doing like 14 episodes of, did 10 episodes of Build.
Cool.
4 episodes of Zeo. And according to this, he directed episode 0 and episode 1 of Kiramager.
Okay. But yeah, so Takamichi gets absorbed into the side of the cart Hildon's face, and it's so awkward seeing his face sticking out of the side of this thing.
It looks
like something out of This House Has People in it.
And then Garza sees this and goes, oh, so Takamichi's stuck in it. Then I'll just go and kill my own monster. That way Takamichi dies too. So then we end up with this fucking weird 3-way battle between the monster, Smog Joki, and Kiramager.
I just want to know, whose idea was this for an episode?
Whoever it was, they need a raise.
Like, were they just like, hey, guys, since we took a break, we need to fill the episode quota. So, what should we do before Christmas? I don't know. Cause,
the drunk episode.
Because this feels more like a New Year's episode because, you know, whole partying and celebrating and drunk.
Yeah.
But just like, no, it's just the episodes before the holidays. Mabusheena gets drunk.
Yeah. So, Mabusheena, like, somehow she picks up the fucking shiny breaker, grabs a thrown away Kirame bullet, and, like, charges it with her drunken crystalline magic into a fucking crystal golf ball. We gotta go for the par! We gotta put it in the monster's face hole to kill it!
Yeah, pin shot.
And then it's the dreaded par 5, and we get this fucking, like, map shot.
Oh, I love that. It was fucking fantastic.
And then the 3 rangers that are fighting him each attack at once, like fucking drive it with their swords. And manage to land an eagle with the eagle, the Kirame eagle shot!
And it shows like an eagle going like, ah!
Alright, this is what
You
we do.
fuckers!
I want someone to take this hangover poster.
And put the Kiramager helmets on it?
No. You have Zach Galifianakis be Mabusheena. You have the guy missing a tooth be the golf monster. Takamichi's in the middle. And replace the baby with the drill.
Perfect.
Oh my
Kirame
god.
over.
Kirame over.
Kirame.
Oh man.
If the show did end here, that would be some fucking high note.
Jesus Christ.
Just no proper conclusion. Just, hey, the side character gets drunk.
Mabusheena got drunk and fucking bodied the hell out of Garza. The end.
And that's the crazy thing.
That's the end of the show. That's
Mabusheena is canonically the strongest character in the show now.
She just headbutts everyone and everything!
Yeah.
Just get her drunk and point her at the monster.
Get it.
That'd be amazing.
But
yeah,
I want to see Garza drunk.
Her flying with the drill.
He is Crystallian! Oh my god, that would be terrifying!
Drunken Rage?
Drunken
he'd destroy them.
Drunken Aladdin.
Oh yeah, that whoa.
That'd be bad.
But yeah, so Mabusheena apologizes for all this chaos and then immediately gets drunk again at the end of the episode.
by accidentally drinking tea and then wakes up in the stinger like, oh god, I can't believe I did it
Oh
again.
god, I headbutted everybody.
Oh no, they're all dead.
They're all dead.
They're all gonna die.
Mabusheena fights Garza.
Oh my god.
She would probably have a fighting chance, but she'll get her ass handed to her.
Just them both drunk fighting each other, it would be the battle that ends the earth.
What's the Aladdin trunk? That'd be.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Oh.
In mech form. Hits a building. Oops. He picks up the broken building piece.
Puts it back
Yeah,
up.
puts it-
There we go.
It's like it's a bit lopsided, just it's fine.
It falls as soon as he walks away.
Pretends to not hear it.
That's probably fine.
He goes up to the other mech with his giant fist because he can't do fingers.
Don't tell.
But instead of the finger, it's the fist.
Yeah,
So
just the fist next to his mouth.
yeah, it's just shh.
So next week is about fucking rap battles.
Apparently.
Battles of history. Crunchyroll.
What the fuck is happening?
You know what? You know what? You know what? We're still in the 30s. I think because they know that the last like 5 episodes are going to be like fucking serious bits. They're like, hey, we're just going to have fun for these last few episodes, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the serious plot.
Well, we're gonna get ready to have the final villain pop up in the last 2 episodes and basically just be a threat
Joseph.
out of nowhere.
Because we've already
Oh,
seen
Joseph.
scans of Emperor Yodon, I feel like he's showing up soon.
So it's probably like next week's episode. I know there's one more episode before the year ends, and then they're taking a break on January 3rd. Recap episode for the new year, and then we're going straight into Endgame.
Up there? That's thinking.
Now, someone photoshopped Steve wielding Mjolnir, but it's Mabusheena wielding Gigan wielding the
driller.
driller.
The
It's
tiny
Tommy
breaker.
It's just like, I knew it.
I genuinely question how the fuck she was able to summon it herself. Because, like, you actually hear her go, Shiny Breaker! And it comes to her. I'm like, that's illegal! But yeah, oh my god, this is in my... I don't have a top 5 Super Sentai episodes, but if I did, this would be in there. Holy crap.
Fuck the
It
story.
was something incredible, I have to say.
Even anyone who has not watched Kiramager needs to watch this episode at least.
So what? Like they even bump into Yogana in the episode, and they're like, "So what happened?" She explains what happens. Doesn't proceed to fight them. Just get the fuck out of my sight.
I'm gonna go get some ice cream.
I'm gonna go get some ice cream.
So that's probably gonna be her thing the rest of the show. It's just she's always gonna have ice cream now.
But just,
At least she's making use of that tongue.
Yep. And you know that's why they did it.
Yep.
That's for us.
it's just funny. Like it's funny to me at least, because it's the same ice cream from Ultraman Orb.
I mean, oh no, it actually reminds me of the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts.
I was about to make a Kingdom Hearts joke. We must protect ice cream time.
It's ice cream time. It's icing time.
All right.
I'm gonna delete that before we get copyright strike.
Sure.
There we are.
So yes,
Wait, from the gift?
Emily,
Yeah.
any other closing thoughts on the episode?
I mean, the episode kind of speaks for itself.
You have to watch this. Like,
This
Yeah,
is a
like
must
even
watch.
if you know nothing about Super Sentai,
Raven, get on
this
it.
is hilarious.
no, even if you have not watched Kiramager at all, watch this episode. It's fucking
I feel
hilarious.
so bad for Hakatami Nami. This man probably has several concussions.
You survived.
He's very, very good at being.
You know what?
at-
This will make him build Kirame Gold so that he can withstand these attacks.
Hey, whatever it takes to get us there, I'm down
got
with.
like a Takamichi going like, no. Just her head
Yeah,
fighting
yeah, headbutt in the face.
There it is.
Oh, that's gotta be in the thumbnail.
Wait, click on it. It might be the actual like GIF.
I don't think it's the GIF.
Oh.
It's just a photo.
All right, let's move on to our future topic.
Woo, 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 woo. Okay.
Yo, I heard there was Gokaiger, so I showed up for a second
Oh,
week in a
Raven loves
row.
Gokaiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're here.
So, yeah, 2011 marked Super Sentai's 36th anniversary, but it was the 35th season. Thus, to coincide with Kamen Rider's 40th anniversary. Two birds, one stone. And just so like, okay, Toei producer Tataki Utsunomiya was put in charge as chief producer, and he was the one that came up with the idea of a pirate motif. And he mentioned in interviews that it was because
If they're gonna pirate all shows, then we'll make it about pirates.
because of two things. One's the obvious one. One Piece.
Fuck!
And number two, the second obvious pirate thing.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
You mean the thing that the main theme is based off of really hard?
I just rewatched most of those movies.
Which basically, with those two properties, that changed the public's eye of pirates being heroes rather than your typical villains. And for writing the show, Utsumi brought in Super Sentai veteran
Utsumi?
Yes. Super Sentai veteran writer Naruhisa Arakawa, the guy who's currently writing Kiramager.
Bless that man.
Which this was his premise for the show. When the planet Earth is attacked by the space empire Zanyak, the 34 Super Sentai... Sorry, Zanyak. The 30...
Zanyak.
The 34...
Sounds like a Pokemon. Sorry.
Zanyak!
Zanyak!
That sound like a
The
Pokemon.
34 Super Sentai teams of Earth come together to take down the invading forces, with the event being titled The Legendary War. A name that would be tainted because of Power Rangers.
I just realized I don't think we have talked about Gokaiger on the show.
This is the first time we ever talked about Gokaiger.
Christ.
Well,
Like
like,
7 years.
Absolute fucking shame.
I was sitting in with Gar when he was rewatching some episodes of Gokaiger, and I'm like, man, if we were doing the podcast around the show when it aired, this would have been such a good show to talk about.
The Super Sentai teams were victorious in stopping the invading forces. However, this led to the teams losing their ability to transform. The Earth was protected, and the Legendary Ranger teams have become legends. Some time pass, and a group of space pirates arrive on Earth to find the universe's greatest treasure. A new fleet of Zanyak forces arrive, with this time being led by the Emperor's son, Walls Gills, and his army of action commanders.
I forgot how much I loved Walls Gill.
Hate him.
Now the Gokaigers must fight them off while searching for the treasure, while also unlocking the ultimate power of the Ranger Keys, which allow the Gokaigers to use the pirated versions of the original powers.
They're pirating their powers.
They are literally pirated versions.
Because it's
You
technically not there.
Yeah.
It's a copy of the power, thus it's a pirated version.
Bootleg.
So but I don't think Kaizoku Sentai Boot Ranger has a better, key.
Bootlanger.
So as you can tell, the show is destined to become a success. A season that represents every Super Sentai season in history that features older cast members from said shows, while also including an addicting collectible gimmick. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing, because it was a fucking amazing show.
Fantastic.
Also,
Wasn't the adaptation really bad though?
Also, 7-2 kind of brings up a good point. We technically did talk about Gokaiger because of the Zooger crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. But what could possibly go wrong?
What went wrong?
March 11th, 2011.
A cat was on a drawer.
On the Pacific coast of the Tohoku, Japan, a 9-level earthquake commenced.
Oh, right. That was that.
Tsunami and earthquake. Yeah.
The magnitude of 9.1 struck, and it caused massive shifts in Japan, with many aftershocks. Not to mention, a 9-foot-tall tsunami came in, destroying many towns and harbors across the eastern seaboard of Japan.
2011. That was the year before that happened.
That was that.
Out of the 500
And Madoka.
Out of the 500,000 people who lived in the area, 20,000 were confirmed dead. What does this have to do with Gokaiger? We'll get into that later.
I don't know, Kaiger.
I'm assuming it led to them not being able to do some of the shit they wanted to because they thought it wouldn't have been, right.
It's actually the complete opposite.
Oh.
But we'll get into that. So the movie Gokaiger Goseiger Super Sentai 199 Heroes Battle was the first theatrical release for Gokaiger, written by the head writer and directed by Noboru Takamoto, Originally scheduled for May 21st, 2011, the film shooting was delayed due to the disaster and was released on Saturday, 11th, 2011. Remember that date.
I just like him imagining a cut-off version of that sentence. The film was going to release on May whatever, but because of the disaster, it was delayed and released on Saturday. Just the Saturday of that week.
So, and yeah, this is where we get into the movie.
Cool. Thank you for the lesson, Professor.
You're very welcome.
That was good.
But don't worry, there's still more to be taught.
One thing Lane was saying when we started watching the movie was that it's nice to see the old Toei logo with the splashing beach water.
Yeah. Don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
What
But yeah.
happened to it?
I don't know, they changed it.
I don't know, maybe it's because people were getting upset or they were afraid of
It reminds them of tsunamis.
it. Could have been.
Then why was it in that movie?
Oops.
This movie comes out the gates swinging. It just goes right into a big battle.
Yeah, the
See,
legendary
for me-
war from the Goseiger's perspective.
Sorry, what was that, Emily?
I'm somebody who knows basically nothing about Sentai seasons I haven't seen.
Yeah.
So to me, it was like a whole bunch of random dudes fighting, and then me occasionally being like, "Oh, I know that person for Power Rangers," and just like complete chaos. And it's just like I have to watch this because you guys want me to watch this, but I don't know what's happening.
That's okay. We haven't watched everything. So.
But
Yeah,
that's a nice,
so
but that's
I
a nice
I want-
perspective to have on the show.
yeah.
Someone who
So
doesn't know
one
this.
thing I did notice is that it's kind of hilarious seeing the oldest suits and then seeing the relatively modern ones and just seeing how much the aesthetic of Sentai has changed.
Yeah, but what we were saying earlier about it's good that some of us watch this from a perspective of not knowing everything about Sentai because it's up to us to judge if the movie holds up on its own merits.
Exactly.
To Gar, it is a challenge.
I'm almost there. 5 more seasons. And then I'm done. Fucking Turbo Ranger now.
Maybe I'll just go watch every Kamen Rider.
Then you're done.
Damn it, you already announced my plans.
You should.
Every Showa one. I've seen all the Heisei.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing Showa in order.
Yeah.
Because that'd be cool to do. Yeah, the Legendary War, the big thing that this movie's known for. And what, again, 2014 would bastardize the name of Legendary War.
Yep.
Thanks, Power Rangers. Nah, 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 nah.
One of the first things I noticed in that opening fight scene is that the suit actor for Big One really needed a dance belt. Because, man,
Oh, yeah.
for those who don't know, that's a thing that suit actors wear to hide their erections.
I saw Signal Man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, this basically it instead of just copying and pasting the footage from from episode 1 of Gokaiger.
Instead, they just copy and paste all the Megazord and Sentai Team Attack footage later in the movie.
Instead, they copy and paste some scenes and then filmed additional stuff.
So the basic premise of the movie is that the Goseigers want their powers back.
Yeah, So
I didn't know there were Angel Rangers. That's a cool theme for Rangers.
Angels?
Angels.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an
Fire
interest.
the Angels.
Power
Rangers in the
Rangers!
outfield. Rangers in the outfield.
Anger.
But yeah, there were several voiceover actors coming in to return as their Ranger
And
counterparts.
everyone else was voiced by Tomokazu Seki.
No!
But yeah,
I'm not even kidding. That man's voice was everywhere.
but yeah, it's like
As you do.
Aqua Ranger.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's like Aqua Ranger, Big One, Ninja Red, Signal Man, Deca Master. Wolzard Fire's actor came back to do 2 or 3 lines.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
And there's also one more cameo that you guys may have not noticed. Seiji Dakaiwa. He was, since Cock Ranger, he's been the suit actor for Ninja Red. Even in all the crossover media. So whenever you see Ninja Red, it's Seiji Dakaiwa.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
That's how much he's dedicated to that role.
Of course, we didn't notice it was him. We can't see who's in the
We
suit.
don't know what he looks
Hey,
like.
I recognize that Seiji Takaiwa build.
I recognize his broad shoulders.
I recognize that bulge.
Right.
Time out.
Didn't the Decade specials like literally just do a thing about him?
Oh,
I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was the Decade Hyperball video.
Where they were like-
not Hyperball. The net movies.
Yeah.
Which one is Decade? That guy.
Which one is Seiji Takaiwa?
Yeah, where they were literally just doing a contest of like, out of these 4 suit actors, which one is Seiji Takaiwa?
Remember he was Gyro.
They didn't really
Why
say it like
can't
that. It was more like,
have
which one's
Seiji
the
Takaiwa
actual
Yeah.
suit actor?
What was that, Emily?
It's just turning into who is Seiji Takaiwa.
Yeah, it was the butt. Thank you, Impact. That was exactly what they were talking about during that special.
Yeah.
If you want to know which one is him, look for the ass.
Really? Like,
So
I'm not kidding. That actually happened.
So the villain of this movie is Black Cross King, who is a reincarnation of the villain from Go Ranger.
Black Cross Fear.
Yeah, I guess the name Führer, due to a certain Australian dictator, kind of tainted the name a bit.
Did you say Australian?
Austrian.
I said Austrian.
Right.
No, you
Australian.
did not.
Oh, did I actually
You
say?
said Australian.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say Austrian.
I had a moment there going, wait,
yeah, Australian dictator.
when
I'll
did
take you
Australia...
out there.
I was like, when the fuck did Australia have a dictator? No, wait, I know who he's talking about. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In my notes, I even wrote Austrian. Sorry, that was just a flub.
But it's funny that, like, even though they can't name him that, they do make mention of him when Black Cross King shows up.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Cross. Well, technically, he is the same person. It's just, inside of him is all the evil villains that have died throughout the years of Super Sentai
They're
history.
all inside of him.
Yeah.
That sounds painful.
But yeah, he shows up on Wolfsgill's ship and goes, "Hey, I hate the Sentais. I'm gonna kill them for you, but we want to conquer the Earth.
Oh,
You can have it when I'm done."
You can have it when I'm done. I just want to kill the fucking Sentai. Oh, okay.
And everyone that follows them.
And Walt Gill's just looking around at his guys like,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, we see no reason why not. Yeah, fuck, go for it.
Okay.
Yes, boss.
I think there's a Japanese joke that we were like kind of missing out on.
Probably.
So when Black Cross King shows up in the ship, Damaras, whatever,
Damaras.
he like tells Wazgills, he's like, as the next emperor to be in our empire, you should probably be a bit polite with him. Okay. What do you want?
Who are you?
Yeah, just like what you like. I think because there
He
was
was supposed to use more polite speech, but he didn't.
yeah, like there was probably
I
just,
feel like
more
that's-
straightforward.
Yeah.
So because I know there
You
was
must speak with what the poise befitting the Emperor. Who the fuck are you?
I know that, Damaras. Fuck off.
because like there was a slight pause after his line.
It's
I'm
perfect comedic timing.
I'm like, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke on their freaking way of.
I see what you're doing. It's just like how later in the film, when the Goseigers and the Gokaiger start becoming friends, a lot is like, oh, it was a big misunderstanding. Which is funny, because the word for misunderstanding is Gokai.
That's kind of
Unfortunately, Black Cross King is not played by neither of his 2 original actors.
I mean, how many years has it been?
One of which is unknowingly dead,
Oh.
meaning he's dead, but we don't have any confirmation on day of death, cause of death. So it's just presumed he's dead.
Nobody's seen him in 10 years, and they just kind of assume.
Yeah.
He'll show back up for the 50th anniversary.
And the other one, who, although is still alive, stopped kind of acting a few years ago and
He
only
stopped
does,
answering their calls.
like he only does things like once every few years, which is odd because you would, for getting all the Ranger actors back. Hey, should we get the guy that voiced, Black Cross Fear? Nah. Though he's still alive. Nah. But instead
I don't like him.
they got anime voice actor Akira Kamiya.
Kamiya.
Kamiya probably.
It is Kamiya.
Oh, is it?
Akira Kamiya.
Yeah.
As long as you're reading that right.
Yes. I proofread.
You can't proof speak.
True. He came in to do the voice in which he's apparently best known for being Kinnikuman.
Kinnikuman?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's fucking Kid Muscle.
Kid Muscle's dad.
Kid
Indeed.
Muscle's dead.
Oh,
And the
Kid
character
Muscle's
from
dead.
Case Closed named Kogoro Mori.
yeah.
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 I don't
Sounds
know Case
familiar.
Closed well, so.
Kogoro sounds like a dog name.
From episode 1 to
It's the name of
548.
That would be the uncle.
character
then,
from
probably.
Paragunso.
Alright.
That would be like the main detective that.
Yeah.
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 Unfortunately, there's no word on who was the man behind the suit.
It will be a mystery.
And speaking of unknown things, for some reason, this is the only time the Zanyak ever show up in this movie.
Zangyak.
Zang.
There's a
Yeah.
G in there.
You know?
So yes, the idea of the movie is that the Gokaigers are around, the Goseigers show up and want their powers back, so they steal their keys, and then they demand that they hand over Gosei Knight's key because he's just a little floating head boy.
Because he doesn't have a
What was
transformation
going
sequence.
on there? That I was confused by. Why
So,
is he a
He's just a robot, he doesn't have a human form.
So, yeah, Gosei Knight is one of the few Rangers in the franchise to not have a alt mode, in a sense. He is...
A powered down form.
Yeah, a powered down form. He is the suit.
And when he's not, he's the little floating head.
Yeah, he's the
header.
He's the header. And the only way for him to come full again is to have his power back, which is in the Ranger key that the Gokaigers literally in the previous episode before this movie's release just got like that they just retrieved from Bosco.
Oh, that's why they say it's one of the new ones.
Yeah. So this this movie takes place right after episode 16, where they have 6 of the Grant powers. And shockingly enough, I kept track of this. Before this movie, from episodes 1 to 16, they already used 107 different Ranger suits.
Christ.
And, with them going Go On Red and the full 5-man team, that number just went up to 113 out of 199.
Cool.
Wow.
We're not even in episode 20 yet, and they're already almost there.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
Zangyak, screw it, I'm calling it Zoop.
So,
Yes. So, because it's a Sentai movie, obviously they're gonna fight each other, so we get to see the Goseigers and the Gokaigers fight a bunch.
Kaguya,
Also, there's a robot bird involved.
well maintained or completely remade because it's just spandex and it's a lot easier than making the armor pieces.
Yeah, because I noticed
That's
on
where
the
the
Go
majority of
Ranger
the budget
suits. I noticed on the Go Ranger suits that because the Go Ranger suits are made of cloth, but I could tell that it was a
Updated.
updated new cloth.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot.
and Emily, you mentioned
Yes.
the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Navi. She's kind of the animal companion of sorts for the Gokaigers.
The mascot.
The
Is it
navigator.
because is she like a pirate parrot?
Yes,
She's
That
their
makes sense.
navigator.
yes.
Oh, that's cool.
She helps them find
She's
what they're
voiced
looking
by
for.
Davis VA.
Yeah, also voiced by Tamura Yukari, the voice of Nanoha.
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, the Ghost
Her
Agent
catchphrase is Let's Otakara Navigator.
Her other
Doesn't-
catchphrase is
doesn't-
"I'm not a bird."
Yeah.
She's
Not a bird, I'm Navi.
I think it's less I'm not a bird and more stop calling me bird,
That.
because they call her Marvel specifically calls her
Bird.
Pody instead of Navi.
Because it's like, I noticed she says that more than the whole navigation thing.
Yeah.
Just bird, not a bird.
That's because Marvel is an asshole.
Hey, bird, I'm not a bird.
The outfit is good.
That was right in episode.
I'd have to listen to exactly what words she's saying, but from what I remember, I think it is more like stop calling me bird, because she is a bird, albeit a robot one.
Albeit a robot bird.
Robot bird.
Yeah, the Ghost Agents are dicks.
I mean, they're not entirely wrong.
I mean, that's entirely on brand for them.
But just think of it this way. The Gokaigers have already met at least 10 different Rangers by this point. Or at least 6, so say 8. They've met 8 different Rangers by this point. None of which asked them, well, except for Lady Shiba, to give them back the Ranger keys. At least with Lady Shiba, she was like, I will fight you for the key. Goseigers, now fuck you. Mine.
I'm stealing them, fuck you.
It's like,
How very angelic.
yeah, it's like, you could have just asked, but you know the answer still no.
They did ask. Well, actually, no. The first thing they did was just roll in and swipe them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they
Fucking
realize
asshole angels.
No, because they realize they miss defending Earth, and they feel like they don't have a purpose. So they're just like, well, if we were Gosagers, then we can fight again.
But here's the big problem with that, though. According to like the main premise of Gokaiger, years have went by.
Yeah.
It's not like a few months or a few days. No, it's like kind of settled that like at least 2 years have passed.
Yeah.
And if you're still being buggy about I want my powers, you're being a dick.
Yeah, and also to go back to what you were saying, how they've met Rangers and they've all been like, yeah, okay, you've earned it, you can keep the powers. And I feel like that should have been brought up in the conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
well, also the thing that I've noticed about them is that, like, the Gokaigers throughout the show, they're always like, oh, we're pirates, we're pirates, we're pirates. And, like, everyone else is just like, are you guys, though? Like, you seem like really nice fucking people. And, you know, it's deep, like, because, like, Marvelous is, like, the biggest fucking example because, like, yeah, the guy's a fucking asshole, but you can tell deep down he's a fucking huge softie, and you can thank Uncle Red for a lot of that.
His name is actually Marvelous.
That's why I started watching the show, because I saw his name was Captain Marvelous, and I'm like, that's amazing.
This Uncle Red taught Marvelous to be a good person, be a good human being, but he just acts all tough because, you know, he's the captain. He's got to be cool. He's got to be cool-minded.
That gets brought up, like basically making a joke. You're a dick for wanting your powers back and wanting to help people. But here's the big thing. They've moved on. Everyone, all of these Rangers that they've met have moved on.
Yes, but maybe the Gosagers realized after moving on that, like, it just wasn't working for them.
I mean,
so they're like, we want powers back.
We don't want normal jobs.
I didn't have
so they're angels.
I didn't have this context before we watched, like, the first couple episodes of Goseiger on the show.
Yeah.
But, defending the Earth is kind of literally their entire existence.
But then once the show ended,
Marvelous started a fight with the show's villain because his food was destroyed. Is he Kirby?
No, just... Okay, so when Goseiger ended, they all moved on to different jobs. Yellow and black became farmers. Red started to help people. I don't remember what pink or blue were doing.
Whatever they did, I guess they got tired of it.
Gosei Knight went back into slumber until the Earth needed him again. Oh shit, is that a space empire?
So I guess they just got bored of having real jobs.
I guess, but like...
Well, we don't have powers and we can't go home.
Alright, well, their home was restored. They can go home. They just prefer to be on Earth.
I like to think they were trying to write a good way for them to get their keys back, but then they just couldn't think of it. So it's like, they want them.
If anything, they should have introduced Black Cross King first, then have the Goseiger show up. Be like, no, we can take him on. Give us back our keys.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, Marvelous, he sees his Ranger key set as a collection, so, you know,
sorry,
it's not a full set unless I have all of them.
I gotta have them all.
Sorry, those are DX.
Yeah.
Hand them over. Those weren't cheap. Do you know how many Gachapon machines I had to go to collect them all?
You know how much this chest was to import?
You know how hard it was to put the stickers on that?
I had to order it from Amazon Tatooine.
Mando Season 2 finale out now.
I mean,
it was great.
Power Rangers in Space made reference to the Dagobah system.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
TJ in one episode, it's like, we're going to go check out the Dagobah system.
I remember that, actually.
Oh, don't.
Dagobah system.
Star Wars, my Power Rangers.
Yeah. Wait, what is this movie? A Versus? Oh, right, it's a Get punched right
Let's
in the
fucking fight!
Fight, bitch!
That's the thing, though. Like I'm watching the Gokaigers fight, like the Gosagers or whatever like that, and like I'm like, first off, you got Joe, the Gokai Blue, fucking skilled swordsman. Like, that's it. Luca, skilled swordsman.
He's your Joe 2 guy.
Dawn, unpredictable as fuck.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing like 90% of the time. Ahim,
it's also there!
No, but she has combat No, because a guy held her up at fucking gunpoint, and she just fucking kicked the gun and defended herself. She's like, oh, it's a toy gun, it's cute.
No. Once that toy gun, she legit kicked a real gun out of the guy's hand and be like,
But she said it was a toy gun.
Well, no, she's like, it's not loaded.
Oh.
Just watch her like fucking disarm and pop out the clip from a handgun, just disassemble it and throw it back at him.
Then you have Captain Marvelous, who's been literally fighting all his fucking life. The man knows what he's doing.
The bitch will shoot you if you interrupt his meal.
Doesn't matter how experienced the Goseigers are, how powers. These are fucking experienced pirate rangers. They're gonna kick their asses. Between the Gokaigers and the Goseigers, Gokaigers.
And this is like the Gokaigers fighting without any kind of like form changes or anything, and the Goseigers
they don't form change the whole movie, except for the beginning.
And the Goseigers have access to their super forms.
Which actually, I'm kind of happy that they didn't form change at all because due to the circumstances of their situation. But I'm glad because I like seeing the Gokaigers fight as the Gokaigers.
Yeah.
It's awesome seeing them fight.
It showed them just even without having to use the other Rangers' powers.
They can fight on their own.
It's like Decade. Decade, his whole gimmick is transforming other riders, but he still has his own unique power set, and he's still powerful enough to fight with his own power set.
He just didn't use the transformations very well. Comparatively to Gokaiger, which used them fucking beautifully.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like just Gar and I were trying to wonder, how do they know all these techniques and stuff? They must train them. No. I think it's just when
the
you
knowledge
use
is
the powers,
baked into the keys.
Yeah, the powers are built in the keys, so when you use them, it's second nature.
But then that made me question one big thing while watching Gokaiger this week. Where the hell did these powers come from?
Oh, the Gokaiger powers? Yeah. I think Aka Red made them.
I'm like, I guess.
I mean, if Aka Red's the one who changed the powers into keys, it stands to
feel like
that he
he
created
did
the
turn
Gokaigers.
them into keys. It's just so happened they turn into keys.
I feel like if this wasn't an anniversary special, Aka Red, Marvelous's mentor wouldn't have been Aka Red, it would have been Gokai Red. And then it's oh, here, take my powers, I'll defend them. Defend you.
I guess it's presumed that he built, Aka Red built Gokai Galleon, the mechs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're the red pirates.
I mean,
can I just say one thing that was a kind of a disappointment for me about Gokaiger?
You gotta think one thing about the Gokaiger power set, though. Technically, Guy just sort of spawned one.
Yeah.
From the grave.
I mean, the man's a fucking encyclopedia of Sentai.
Not from the grave, from the afterlife.
Sorry, he spawned it after having a vision of multiple Rangers from the afterlife.
Yeah.
And then he just made it. And then he proceeds to just invent fucking shit as the show goes on just by imagining it. So, man's got some sort of fucking great power going on there.
Yeah, and what I was saying earlier, the one thing about Gokaigers, or the Gokaigers that I felt was underutilized was, the other four Zords. It was always just the Gokai Galleon, and then it just became Gokaio. The other four only popped out to become Gokaio. They were never Zords on their own merit.
That is fair, and it would have been cool if they did do other mech where the others kind of got something.
Yeah, and they never had a second mech. It was always just additions onto Gokaio.
Yeah. But shockingly enough, Gokaiger made over
I mean, I guess he had the Gokai Silver's mech.
But I guess with the whole concept of Ranger keys, they didn't really want to spend too much money on other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could talk about Gokaiger as a series for hours. There's so much to talk about.
So anyway, Black Cross King shows up, steals the keys with minimal effort because their conflict just happens to knock the keys into his hand, and then he spawns 3 villains: Dagon from Magi Ranger.
I didn't notice until he fucking turned around that his whole head is just a fish. I was like, what the fuck?
He's one of the 7 Hades gods from Magi Ranger.
I like banana with the katana.
Then there's Brajira from Goseiger, because why would you not have a Goseiger villain?
Oh, you mean the best villain in 2010 Sentai?
Okay.
He is literally one of my.
If you insist.
He is one of my favorite villains in Super Sentai.
I saw the first form we saw of him, and I was like, oh, that's the I recognize him. But then I saw his other form, with the blue, more of the blue,
yeah.
And I was like, that's the form I recognize him from. And then I saw his other form, and I was like, that's ugly.
The brown one where he was a part of the mutants.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And then the third villain they spawn is from Gokaiger.
Crime Minister.
Yogo Shima Kratane is what I think that is pronounced.
I just went with the subs that
It's the quote unquote father of Yogo Stein.
Contaminizer.
That's how the overtime or whoever chose to translate it.
To be fair, that's easier to say.
Well, I like using their original names.
I saw his original name. I'm like,
Yogo
fuck.
Shima. Yeah.
Or I could just go with the obvious joke, Venjix.
Yeah.
Which also Venjix, that's a pretty fucking cool name.
Yes.
Especially for. I need to watch the Beast Morpher finale.
Yeah. So yes, as we were watching, we see these three villains. We see Dagon, Yogo, whoever, and Bajira, and we were just thinking like, okay, so Bajira cause Goseiger, but why these three as a set?
And I'm like,
And then it clicked
And
in.
we're going on just looking at this. Like, why these three?
like
They don't necessarily have the original actors. They don't necessarily.
no, it was all the original voice actors,
okay.
and the same suit actors.
All right. Well, yeah, but we were just
that also explains why Gosei Knight wasn't around, because he also did Yogenstein.
we get or it's exactly what we came up with, because I was sitting there, it's like, maybe because it's Goseiger, maybe they're just going for sky, land, and water theme here.
Because Bajira's got wings, Yogoshima is a big heavy dude made of metal, and Dagon is a fish boy.
Yeah.
And that is probably the closest that we're ever going to get to an explanation, unless we actually ask the writer. And his answer would probably be like, "Oh, Toei just gave us the suits."
Yeah. So yeah, the Rangers get separated and trapped in different pocket dimensions. One on a bridge, one in a cave, and one in the Ito film set.
Oops.
Yeah, we got the thing where like the two yellows were like copying, like saying
That got
exactly the
real
same thing.
annoying.
Yeah,
It kind of did.
And then they do that bit where they ask Yogoshima for his fucking autograph.
just saw them in Morph like a few minutes ago. What the fuck?
Yeah, but now they're in kimonos.
And now they love him.
And he falls for it!
Like,
he's
Joe
got
and
his ego.
Gosei Black are just like, oh, those fucking girls.
Let me just put that out here as well. Did it bug anyone else that the blues were not together?
No, because
All the other colors were together.
well, no, it was because
Lose the
it,
ninth one.
no, it was more about more about character trait. Joe and
I
Aubrey
know.
are the heavy hitters, where Hyde and Dawn are the.
I agree.
are the-
Agriculture, land. You got it.
Oh my god!
Did you actually not? Even I picked up on that!
I was like, his name's like agriculture, because land. I think their names are all based on fucking land. Like, they're... Oh, Gar, you're sweet. Oh, you're adorable. I love you.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was like, oh, angry.
No.
'Cause he's
Agriculture! Land! Farming!
Algorithms.
Rhythms.
Speaking of algorithms, help us defeat the algorithm by liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Excuse me, skip the dishes code.
Yeah, I forgot to
Yep,
mention that.
Hyde is Hydra.
Because you know,
Hydro!
because you know when you're fighting off
Aries air!
because you know when you're I thought it was
There's
Ari.
wind.
Nope.
And like, isn't like the Red's name like Atlas?
Alada is his name?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like an Atlas.
Alta?
though. Yeah.
Altair. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. They're fucking. It's like how early fucking Sentais were like, oh, their names are fucking Aokiji, Momo,
And yellow is Monet, so then.
Akagi.
I don't know.
That was the best card. Just, oh my god. Yeah, we're figuring out all their names.
Yeah,
now.
Mountain.
Monet from
Yeah.
Mountain?
Well, I guess Hydra. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Aries
Aries air.
Hang on. One second.
Anyway, the funniest shit ever with Yogoshima Cretain was as he dies, he just screams, I'm sorry! And apparently he died the same way in the show.
And go on, he also shouted out, "I sorry." Better than Venjix death.
Apparently Red Hood says we discussed this earlier in the year.
We
talked about
forget
Ghost
shit.
Ranger. Yeah, we do forget shit.
That was but speak. Can't tell if Emily's talking here.
Emily, you there?
No, I'm not talking.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything to add to what we've talked about?
Not really. I'm just sort of listening. You guys coming up with stuff.
You know, You know what? Let's do what every movie does and go to the subplot. Because, shockingly enough, this movie has a subplot
Gasp.
for half the movie. Which is about a salaryman who lost his job, lost all of his savings, and he's just like, you know what?
I'm gonna pawn this really old toy.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
Oof. Oh yeah, he tries to walk into traffic.
Yeah, he is. Oh man, if Red Racer were there, he'd be pissed.
Yeah, and he's crying, and it's really.
I'm kind of sad they didn't.
We see Kenji Oba.
Yeah, so remember how I mentioned additional footage was filmed for the Legendary War? Most of the additional footage that they filmed focused on each ranger that would later show up in the movie.
Yes.
In which Denzi Blue, Deca Red, and SB...
Deca Pink and
Deca Pink and...
New Ranger from Die Ranger.
From Die Ranger.
They all showed up, and while this man is just sitting there depressed after almost having killed himself, the other three are like, "Hey, it's nice to catch up! What are you up to?"
You guys remember?
While this man's just sitting there crying.
Because he doesn't get the references.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah.
Sentai.
He's like, I think I could just like sell this toy to make some money. And Kenji Oba's just like, and we will help you sell this toy.
In fact, I'll buy it. Give me.
Sweet, a poppy. You know, I was the suit actor for Aka Ranger at the end of the show.
Also, he owned a bread cart that was called like Denji Pan.
Denji
Yeah,
Pan.
and,
Denji Pan.
and that's the thing that I'm mentioning. These Rangers, although losing their power, have moved on with their lives.
They've gotten real jobs.
Except for the Deck Rangers. They still have the same jobs without the suits.
Yeah. They can make more suits.
It just sucks.
He makes SWAT!
Which is weird.
Deck Adventures
Because
SWAT.
in the Deck Ranger tribute episode, you see them with their morpher. And I'm like,
Well, yeah, they still have other functions.
yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess they would still technically
They're their
have
badges and the judgment and the communicators.
I guess they would still have it. Because
They just no longer have a connection to the morphing grid.
Jasmine's still an Esper.
Yeah, have you heard?
Okay.
Jasmine's an Esper.
Here's a funny thing.
Oh yeah, that.
Jasmine did show
Wait a
up-
minute. Wait a minute. Why is Curacin there?
I don't know.
Hey, you know what? Hang on, no.
No, I
Can
just
they
want to mention
either
one thing. real quick.
Madoka or Aguri?
No.
Is,
Okay,
is
so
the-
Jasmine showed up in Gokaiger,
Oh, yeah.
and they didn't do
Yeah,
the thing.
I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough.
But apparently she showed up because Koichi Sakamoto directed the episode, and he just straight up asked her, "Hey, can you be in this episode?" Yeah, sure, why not?
Wait.
It's because she knew he was going to ask her.
Oh,
But wait.
The actress is an expert.
Baba went on to be part of Fire Squad, right?
yes.
Yeah, so that means he got an entirely new power set. So that means technically he still has his powers because he got a whole new power set, right?
Lane, I hate to inform you, that didn't happen in Gokaiger.
Fuck.
Yes. So one of the major problems of Gokaiger for
Damn,
the Western
that-
fan base,
It was all a dream.
no, but just
The whole show was a dream?
The biggest problem with Gokaiger with the Western fan base. Oh, every team's here. That means everything is canon. No. Gokaiger just represents each team in the show without, the baggage of, of their endings.
We don't want to respect continuity.
I think the only thing that actually kept in continuity is like some minor references here and there, and
And 3 Rangers that died.
the characters that are dead are still dead.
Yeah, because the Legendary War, like, part I see, like, fucking Outright Killer and Dragon Ranger. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are dead. How are you here?
They're AIs.
Oh, wait, sorry, Gigant Phoenix.
You know what? It's Trent, Tommy, and Eric. Not
Eric.
Eric. It's yeah.
But yeah, so they're trying to like the subplot of the movie. They're trying to help this guy out with his hopes and dreams of that he's lost.
I love it. Like, this man has, like, real life issues, like, real familial or family financial issues, and they just spout traditional Sentai inspiring speeches about never giving up and trying your best at him.
Keep in mind what I said before we, or right around when we started talking about this movie. A tsunami happened.
Yeah.
Earthquake. Destroyed the entire eastern seaboard of Japan. I think that's what the
People needed cheering up.
the concept of having hopes and dreams makes total sense
Yeah.
for this movie to have. Even Deca Pink in this movie even questions the concept of their hopes and dreams. Because, like, in a sense, she kind of broke down the problem with Sentai. Even though we defeated the big bad, another asshole's gonna show up the following year, and a new team's gonna take him on.
Yep.
It's an endless cycle. There is never progressing. Whatever you do is not going to work.
They'll never stop the Sentai. Have no fears. We've got villains for years.
Like,
But here, but
Sentai becomes a robot.
well, that's what's happening.
Have no fears. We've got Sentais for years.
But here's the thing, though. She puts it in the perspective of, I did my part, and I'm okay with that.
Even if I help just a little bit.
And that went with the entire message of the tsunami and earthquake. As long as anyone can help, that's better than no help.
Valid.
Yeah.
It's true.
So anyway, at one point, the Black Goseiger just shouts out, "Super Black Attack!"
Yeah, he did.
Super Black Attack. That's the thing.
That got me.
Also,
I guess I was just like, I'm just so used to the Toku tropes that it didn't seem weird.
While Marvelous and Alada are fighting, Alada takes some hits to protect some innocents, and Alada realizes Marvelous isn't such a bad guy, so they decide to be friends. But wait,
Yeah. There's even a part where fucking Gosei Red just like he's like.
but hold on just a second. Weren't they in like an illusionary pocket space dimension when that happened? So the people Marvelous protected weren't real.
Probably.
they didn't know that, though.
I think they did. Bajira came on TV and went, "You were in this special pocket dimension."
No, you're just in a spot in time and space where things have been frozen.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
were office workers, but they were frozen.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the fucking part where Gosei Red like goes to the Marvelous. He's like, I get it now. You guys are maybe pirates, but like, you know, they have like the heart, and he just like smacks him in the nose. He's like, all right, don't need the sappy talk. I'm like, yeah, no, Marvelous knows
Don't
he's
touch me.
He's like, Marvelous knows he's a fucking good person. He doesn't need to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it.
And of course, the Gokaigers, Goseigers both learn, oh shit.
We're not so different, you and I.
Yeah, we're not so different, you and I. Let's work together and kick ass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think the best one was with Gosei Blue, Gokai Pink, Gokai Green, and Gosei Pink. When they used the camouflage technique of Goseiger, and they turned all the Magi Ranger mooks into their Ranger
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun. And then fucking
Dagon just goes
just like
around-
zaps them all.
What's weird too,
What fuckery is this?
like they either used a really good filming technique or something, but like it didn't look like they used like CGI or anything or like a duplicate thing.
It was
looked like
really-
they had like all those suits.
It was really
Yeah,
clean.
man. It's like if a tokusatsu production has multiple suits.
Yeah, but that many?
Yes!
Wow.
If so, that was impressive.
That's impressive.
If that was CG, that was super crisp.
You know how many suits they usually make for these types of movies?
I guess like helmets and stuff crack all the time. Yeah. It's,
Yeah, I
But we
mean,
can't remake Kamen Rider Blade suit
I
for
mean,
Theo.
like after the original Kamen Rider series.
True.
But no, yellow helmet. Go for it. Why not?
Yeah.
So anyway, they break out of the illusions, and then Black Cross King dumps all of the Sentai keys, or the Ranger keys, into this device he's got, which then summons what we can basically just call zombie facsimiles of every Sentai that's ever existed.
The Ranger Clone Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, we barely got to see the Gokaigers and Goseigers. They're strong enough to take off every fucking team, and so it doesn't matter.
We're gonna have to fight all of our senpais!
I know they're fakes,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
still.
remember, these are fake, and then the Gokaigers are like, oh, damn, we just did this.
Yeah.
We literally just fought Bosco for the 6 Ranger keys.
And I swear to God, it's like a 10-minute fight. Like
Yeah,
it's
it goes
them
on.
going through every
the movie
single
promised
team.
fights with Sentai, and it has a fight and Sentai. Lots of fighting.
If you think of it, it's split in half, this giant fight sequence. Each Ranger fights an individual Ranger team. Once it reaches Gosei Night fighting the 6 Rangers, it moves into the second half of the fight where each color-coordinated member of the team fights off their color-coordinated members.
I like those. Those were cool.
So you know, green and black are fighting the green and black Rangers. The blue Rangers are fighting the blues.
Pinks are pinks, yellows are yellows.
Pinks are fighting the pink and whites.
We're racing for pinks, you punks.
Yellow's fighting yellow, and of course, red's fighting the reds.
Yeah.
It was a cool fight.
Yeah.
There was a lot of effort.
Some of those deaths and explosion effects are pretty funny.
Well, yeah, some of them are, because remember, it's a kid's movie, of course. But it's like, it's interesting how much Gokaiger uses its area of space.
Yeah.
Like with the Legendary War, the scene later on in the movie, them fighting the Rangers, they know how to coordinate their suit actors to make it feel like more area.
Which is really impressive given how many suit actors are used in this movie.
Yeah, it's like an Attack of the Clones when like you see like the big arena scene, like you see all like the Jedi in the background. They filmed each individual person doing their own like saber techniques and stuff, and then you just fucking plop them into the background and just them like put droids in front of them and just have them beating the shit out of people. It was so impressive.
But like, just so they defeat all the Rangers, which they feel like upset for, because you know these were.
But not without a beam struggle against the Go Rangers.
Oh, it's a callback to earlier when the Goseigers fought and they were in a beam struggle.
Yep.
Except now working together, their beam struggle is stronger.
Yeah.
Where they are victorious, but they still
Because
feel upset.
everyone works together, they had the stronger beam.
Yep. In which they defeat the
real beam was friendship.
Exactly. I have a feeling Aka Red, when he mentioned to Marvelous the greatest treasure in the universe, it was like some sort of like half-ass thing of like
friendship,
like the friendship or the heart. But Marvelous thought it was like a legit
greatest. Oh, it's a real treasure. And then there just happened to be the Triforce.
The Triforce, voiced by Tomokazu Seki.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he voices everything else in this show. Might as well get him.
Final wave.
So they get all the keys back.
Shot every time you hear final wave.
Oh, there's a lot.
So many.
Which one is the real final wave?
Yes.
It's like Final Fantasy. It's never really done.
As an avid Final Fantasy fan, you are correct.
Tomokazu Seki.
Now
that would be dope. No, that would be dope. You get a Ranger key.
And it's just Tomokazu Seki.
No, and you get one of those, like, because I know later on.
Oh, the voice pod?
Yeah, the voice box thing. You turn it, and it's a different audio track each time.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So it's like a demo Ranger key. You turn it, and it's like, go Ranger.
And the key is just Tomokazu Seki.
Yeah. And, like, you turn it again, and it's like, Jekka. Like, it just goes through every single, different thing. Point it now, since Gokaiger's 10-year anniversary is next year, Super Sentai Artisan Moborates.
Oh, that'd be cool.
With updated, for Zooger.
Yo, like, Botsko trumpet?
Luba Ninja!
The Botsko trumpet.
I would like legit love to get that trumpet.
You soldier.
But yeah, so they get all the keys back to the chest, and then Black Cross King shows up and grows up. And then they get this really cool scene where all the keys like activate, and as they all float by, the Rangers that they could get the actors for show up and give an inspiring speech.
Yeah, you got Aka Ranger, big one,
Goggle
Black.
So
he was just
one of the pinks. I don't know.
As I mentioned before, many of the original or many Sentai actors were voiceovers in the beginning of the movie. One of which was, if I can find his name, there it is, Teru Akiogawa, who was Ninja Red / Hyuga from Ginga Man.
Cool.
After the destruction in Japan, the tsunami and earthquake, he went to Twitter and created a Twitter page known as Tokusatsu Hero.
Okay.
Where a bunch of Super Sentai alumni, or any Tokusatsu hero, could tweet using this account to raise hope.
That's cool.
I remember
Never
this.
give up, guys. We can do this. This led to many of the Ranger actors from previous shows to not only learn about,
Twitter,
that, because this is 2011. Twitter wasn't as big as it was yet.
Yeah,
that's true.
But it also made them learn about one thing. Wait, there's a Sentai show that features older Rangers?
Why aren't I in it?
Dude, I'll come back. I'll come back to... Gokaiger was only meant to have whatever mechs that showed up for said show, that would be it. So like Deca Ranger, Magi Ranger, Car Ranger was one of them still. Just for the joke side of like, oh, I guess every grand power doesn't lead to anything.
Yeah.
But basically, Hurricaneger was also considered one of them. That was it. But because of this accident, because these Sentai Rangers wanted to come back to spread the word of hope to the children that everything will be fine because of this disaster. That's why each team from the 34 previous seasons got to make a comeback.
That's cool.
That's really awesome.
So Goggle Black, Dyna Pink, Red 1, Red Turbo, freaking Shiken Gold, Shiken Green, freaking Boken Red,
Go on yellow.
Time Yellow, Yellow Lion, Rear Ranger. Every Ranger had a reason.
That's cool. So after...
I'll admit, that scene freaking makes me tear up. Because
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Pretty meaningful.
And then we get this gigantic shot of, like, all the Sentai teams just, like, manifest on this... Thank God we had this multi-tiered cliff face here for everyone to stand on.
Yep.
Thanks, Ted Toei. You're welcome.
It was like a stairway
John Toei.
up the
Yeah,
side of
John
the
Toei.
rock. Yeah, thanks, John. And and then all the Sentai just show up there, and I swear to God, they just lifted their Ranger pics from, like, the wiki pages.
From like their archive.
From, like, all the websites where you were like, oh, click here to see all the cast.
And, they, like, when it's only a few Rangers doing it in crossovers, like, why not? Super Sentai. All 35 teams in unison just all showing that they are Super Sentai.
If it was Power Rangers, it would have been a giant explosion.
If it was Power Rangers, it would be Power Rangers Unite, Giant Explosion.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Or once a Ranger, always a Ranger. I guess that is their motto.
Once a Ranger, 3 times a woman.
Once a Ranger, never coming back for a crossover. Bye.
Once a Ranger, always a stranger.
Once a Ranger, where's my paycheck?
I thought for some reason you were gonna say once a ranger, I'm in pain.
Yeah, from the fan base.
Once a Ranger,
That's
I'm in
That
danger!
was definitely Dino charges Green's fucking whole thing.
And
Hated being Power Rangers.
totally insane. Once a Ranger, ain't So with all 35 Super Sentai teams together, they use their powers to become the Super Sentai Bazooka, which fires the logos at...
Fire the emblems!
Yeah, fired the emblems.
Yeah.
Oh, and keep in mind, since the Gokaigers are still gaining their ultimate powers, they gain 10 in this movie.
Right.
Going from 7 to 17.
Fuck.
And since Guy gets 3, that's 20 already.
Yeah, we did when Black Cross King grows even more giant, we get to see them use Goren Gokaio.
Yes, that is the only gripe that I have with this movie, because that was never made into a toy.
Oh.
They never
Just
made...
buy the toy, just buy the old actual toy and then just glue it to the back of Gokaio.
Yes, Ichi, I'm gonna buy a Poppy toy that's worth hundreds of dollars and glue it to Gokaio's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will make it top heavy because that thing's fucking die cast.
Even better.
Oh, no, I just thought of something crazy that they could do. Super Mini Plug Volume Maroon. And then they release a Super Mini Plug Gokaio. Put it together.
Kachuk.
Yeah. Oh, that would make it happen, Bandai.
And it
Do it, John Toy!
and it farted a giant Sentai rainbow.
Do it, Bandai.
Oh man, so they did like Gokai Hurricane Cassiopeia, and they had this fucking giant star-studded sword! It was fucking rad!
It's pretty cool. Cut 'em right in half.
Oh, because that's what killed them in Go Ranger.
Oh really?
Yeah, a star constellation.
Cool.
We also got
No. I don't know if you guys heard me. A star constellation.
Oh,
They
so
died in
not a
Go
weapon,
Ranger?
just an actual constellation?
Yes, of the 5 shining stars.
Oh.
It weakened him to the point where the Go Rangers were like, let's do the Hurricane. Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's Hurricane Cassiopeia.
Yeah. And then like they defeat him. And it's like, all right, now let's go destroy his flying fortress there. And they just ram through with their freaking cars or like, their motorcycles and shit.
All right.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to represent the Cassiopean
Oh,
constellation.
because they're the 5 stars.
Gonin Strote. Golinja.
So yeah,
Giant mech fight, pretty cool.
I love it. The reason that, also all the mechs of every Sentai showed up.
Every Megazord.
Every main Megazord.
Yeah, and they just to like fight the random villains that spawned when Black Cross King turned into the fucking Black Cross Colossus, which is a fucking terrifying monster.
Okay, I'll be fair. The Kamen Rider Anniversary movie had a better ending villain. Freaking Black King, whatever his name was.
King Dark?
Yeah, King Dark. How giant he was when meteor showers are coming in.
I mean, sure, but I still think this Colossus thing was genuinely terrifying.
It was taller than the Megazords, and the Megazords are already like 50 meters tall.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, so in order to summon all these Megazords, like the people around that were watching the battle were like cheering with them with their like old Sentai Zord toys in hand.
Yeah, because there's a little kid that has Daidenzin, the layoff guy,
the depressed guy who had the Go Ranger Zord or whatever, and then like their toys turned into the Zords that appeared. And then
I felt like that was gonna happen, but it still didn't make much sense when it did.
And then the funniest thing ever is like after the battle's over, I'm like, so wait, did those people get their toys back? No.
Oh, we don't have time to film that.
They did not get their toys back. So I guess that guy's still in financial problems.
So
he killed himself that very same day.
No.
No. Hey, do we have enough money to rebuild Zord suits? No. All right, what we have? We have Victory Robo and everything from Gal Ranger to now.
Stock footage.
All right. Do we have the budget to make it CG 3D models? Because that's our plan. No.
Fire the stock footage.
Fire the stock footage. It's all that we got. And the stock footage isn't that bad.
It's very noticeable.
No, they just do like
it's noticeable, but it's at least
it's fine. It's serviceable.
The one I noticed the most
it's
was
not
like
as bad as Gal Ranger, where they the audio was still there.
The one I noticed the most was just the Deca Ranger freaking like side dodge shoot, but they put like a dark tin over it to make it.
They put like a.
It's funny you mentioned like the audio still being in there, just like the fucking Gal Ranger movie we watched last week, where when everyone did the roll calls, you could clearly hear the original music in the clips.
That wasn't Lito, Jerry. Don't lie to me.
But it was cute that they used the Go Ranger opening.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, they defeat him because, Sentai fired a giant rainbow.
Yep.
And the Goseigers realize, you know what?
You angels are all right.
You pirates are all right.
Come hang on the ship whenever you want.
They proceed to never show up in the show.
Never again.
But they just make a thing of like, I guess every power should be in one holder.
Tell that to the Hurricanegers.
That'll make it easy to steal.
Hurricanegers gave them back.
No, they did give them back, but at the start of the episode, they stole them.
No.
They're like, oh, we want them.
No, they didn't steal them. They agreed
They stole
to
them
use
like
them.
a cat basket off the street. And...
Oh, I remember they stole them.
No, the Hurricanegers were like, listen, we're professional ninjas. If you give us our powers back, we can go save your friends.
Jerry, Goseiger, angels in the battlefield.
Pretty much. In which, and then the movie ends with the giant teeth of Gokai Silver.
Hooray!
I love Guy.
So you guys remember that date that I was mentioning?
Yeah.
June 11, 2011
yeah.
was the day this movie came out.
Uh-huh.
Gokai Silver's debut.
The next day?
June 12th, 2011.
Yep.
For episode 17.
I feel sorry.
That's good timing.
I feel sorry for everyone who wasn't able to go see the movie, and then they watched the episode. Wait, who the fuck's that guy?
Well, no, because you could still watch episode 17 without seeing this movie, sorta.
Yeah, but for purists,
they just suddenly have a bunch of new
goes crazy.
The only thing that episode 17 does that acknowledges this movie is that they're fighting off some giant Gorgmans, and they're like, let's use our Goseiger powers. Flip the key, and they're used, they can summon the headers.
Okay.
The Hurricaneger crossover, episode 25 and 26, acknowledge this movie's existence with when they're counting up all the greater powers.
Okay.
Asuka shows up, Boca and Red shows up later on the show. They acknowledge that they saw him. Rearranger, they did the same. This movie is canon to the show, which I'm happy about.
Yes.
Because it's, something Zio could have done easily and better, but nah.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
This is why this is my favorite Super Sentai movie.
It's a pretty fucking good movie.
And then it ends with a new version of the Super Sentai Hero Getter.
Yep, 199 hero version.
Yeah.
If you're wondering why 199, there's 199 Rangers by this point.
I assumed that.
Yes.
But what's cool about this song
makes
is they like skip the choruses and they just do all the verses in a row.
Mm-hmm. And then they redubbed it later on called Now and Forever version, which
where they added
Go
2 more
Kaiser,
teams.
Go Buster.
Yeah.
And then they did the 40th anniversary version.
Like it
You
had
can
like
just
different
throw in
tones
every.
to it.
It's cool that every team has their own line.
Which makes me wonder, what are we gonna get for Zenkaiger's ending?
Nope.
It'll just be the mechs.
Yeah.
It's all about the mechs, baby.
But yeah, that is the Gokaiger Goseiger movie. The thing that got me into Super Sentai.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
that's what this
awesome.
was
I
all
didn't
drawing
even know
to.
that.
So that's what this was about all along.
Yes.
It's your
This is
origin
the show.
story.
This is the show that actually made me sit down and watch a Super Sentai before I immediately watched other things and realized, man, the rest of this shit sucks compared to this.
I will say that Gokaiger is the first Super Sentai I started watching while it was airing. I did watch Magiranger first, but that was like the year before Gokaiger.
I can't remember. Like I watched Gokaiger, but then Ichi's like, "Oh, just watch Shinkanger. It's a really good show." And I was like, "Okay," so I watched Shinkanger.
Yeah, I may go back to Gokaiger next year, but I have a lot of other shit to get back to. Like, for instance, Bioman.
Yeah, you got Fish Bioman. God.
Yeah, now that we know that Awesome Mech is in it.
He finally showed up in the episode I just
Cool.
watched, Silva.
So is he cool?
Oh, he's fucking dope.
Neat.
Uh,
Alright, well, that's the episode.
that is the episode. And not only is that the episode,
That's the year.
that is it for our Super Sentai,
Tribute year?
Sentai tributes for the year.
Did we earn all the greatest powers?
Yes.
I
You
don't
guys
think I did.
acknowledged these shows existed and watched them. Unlike the majority of the fan base that doesn't go past 2000.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Some of those were interesting. Some of them were interesting, at least.
I know it's been a long episode, but hey, it's the final episode of the year. And much like with this movie, go big or go home.
We can do both.
We can do both.
Alright,
It could be both.
So, because this is our last episode for the year, we're going to be taking a 2-week break to enjoy some downtime, enjoy Christmas and New Year's and such. So, in that spirit, I am going to not say Gokaiger Radio Sentai Castranger.
Well, we'll be back with a double feature. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do a double episode special.
Yeah, it'll be a double episode special because next week, there's 2 more weeks of superhero time, and then they go on break on January 3rd, which is the
Both
week
shows
we
are on
come back.
break?
Yep, both shows.
Thank God.
So that means
We'll be caught up after another double episode special.
we'll be back. We'll be
Hooray!
I love when we time things perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so thank you all, as always, for listening, watching, liking, sharing, favoriting, subscribing. We love you all. You guys are the best fan base. You guys help make this feel worth doing every week.
Yeah.
It's been over 6 years, and it's been such a joy to do. I know I say this every now and then, but this is the most consistent thing I've ever done in my life, and I'm so proud that we're all together here to do this.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank
you
you
all
for having
enjoyed.
all of us as part of it.
I hope you all enjoyed the Super Sentai shows that we looked at throughout this year.
I know I did.
I did. Thank you very much for putting this all together.
It was a challenge. I'll definitely say that, but it was something that I was really excited to do this year because it's a chance to look back on where this franchise came from, and as of 2020, it's 45 years old.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
There's going to be something else posted before the break goes off, though, isn't there?
Perhaps.
Maybe it depends on my timing.
You'll just have to stay tuned to the channel, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of anniversary stuff, we did Sentai this year. 2021 is the big 5-0 for Kamen Rider.
Oh shit!
So expect us to do a shit ton of Kamen Rider tributes next year.
Hell
Oh,
Will we
yeah.
have Sanctuary again?
I think we can fit that in.
Maybe not in February, since that's when Kiramager ends.
Prarch it is.
March.
I don't know.
No, it would just be called
Right.
Cure March because there is a Cure March.
Kirch.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Kirch.
I'm just gonna get a picture.
Just
we'll
Pure
figure
March.
We'll figure it all out.
Pure March, 'cause that's apparently a character.
That's too obvious,
is.
though. It's just the name. It's not a joke.
We'll figure something out.
Well, it is a joke because her name is Cure March and it's also March and we're talking.
No, I know, but it's just the name. It's not a. It has to be like a play. Anyway, as always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podme.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter account, our Patreon where you can pledge to make the show better, our Discord where you can chat with all kinds of cool people like everyone who joined us tonight, and listen to the show live Friday nights 9 p.m. Eastern, except for the next 2 weeks. Our merch store where you can find all kinds of shirts and office supplies and masks and baby onesies with our logos on them. I think that's about it.
All right.
Thank
Light
you
up.
very much,
Super
everybody, for listening this year, and thank you guys for having me on the show again.
Thank you for joining us. I know it's been a rough year,
It has.
but things are starting to look up. I'm starting to see some news about vaccines, so hopefully next year we'll start much better.
Yeah.
We combat the invasion.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Eh.
Bye-bye.
And,
Happy New Year!
and much like the Super Sentai teams, one person may not be able to do something, but together we can move mountains.
And may the power protect you.
Damn it!
Bye-bye!
Bye, everybody!
Goodbye.
Bye-bye!
I'm sorry, I
Merry
don't know what to
Christmas
say.
and Happy New Year.
Merry
I don't
Christmas.
know what to say, but just take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Merry Crimbo.